Hello, Internet. I'm Craig.
And I'm Chris.
And this is the...
Craig and Chris Show.
Yes, it is. And we are going to talk about things that interest us, and hopefully some of you as well. Today we're going to talk about digital media.
Okay, then.
Digital media. This, at once upon a time, the idea of not buying a physical copy of something was like a joke.
Yeah.
To people. You know, if you ever told my parents, even to this day, hey, you want to pay for something that you don't physically hold in your hands the same price as it costs for actually holding it in your hands?
It seems ridiculous.
It seems absolutely ridiculous to them.
Yeah.
But
No,
sadly, we have converted in a lot of ways. And we have, our personal question is, mine to Chris first. How much media have you converted from the from the physical media, this includes movies, music, and games, to digital?
Ooh, boy, that's a big one. Music I've been converted for a long time because iTunes. It's just easier. So that one's a long time. I don't even remember the last time I bought a CD or something. Mostly because I don't think I should pay for songs I don't like.
Yes, it's understandable.
That's kind of what got me like,
yeah,
if there's
definitely.
a CD and they've got 3 songs that I like and 10 that I don't.
Yes.
I don't think so.
No, and they're still overpriced, but if you're only buying 3 songs, you're in good shape.
Yeah, so that's where that started, and that, and iPad and MP3 players and things like that were just so much more convenient at the time. And now it's all on your phone anyway. So, but yeah, music's been a long time, and then I've recently started converting my games and movies. So,
how much of those? Your entire library, or
my entire
are you at this day?
Ooh.
Are you buying all of your new media digitally?
Yes and no. Yes on movies, no on games, because usually I get them. If I want it, I get it right away.
Okay. So games are behind because there's a lot of reasons.
My older games I have almost completely converted to digital and then gotten rid of the hard copies.
Okay.
So like Red Dead, for instance, I have digitally now.
So
we're Max Payne I have digitally.
But it's happening.
Yes.
You're transitioning.
Yep. How about you?
Well, I'm a little embarrassed.
Sideswiped?
Because no, not sides. I'm just a little embarrassed because I'm pretty much completely digital now, completely. Yeah. And it's we're going to talk a little bit about the embarrassment here in a second, because I don't know if it's necessarily a good idea.
Oh, okay.
But I've converted my music completely. That goes back to all the way when music could be downloaded, Napster. But now I'm on iTunes. I'm on iTunes because it's on my phone, my computers, and my iPad. It's just way too convenient with iTunes to match, especially. And then for my movies, I actually sold all of my Blu-rays and DVDs and actually buy them all on iTunes, Apple TV, or Amazon Instant. Yeah. And then the actual music. No, I said music.
Yes,
Games. Oh, no, you're right. I'm not completely converted. No, yes, I am. I only buy the new games on Xbox because I kind of have to.
Okay. What about your PC games?
All digital.
Yeah.
All digital. All Steam.
Yep. That makes sense. Yeah, that's what I do too.
Pretty much everything is digital now for me, and it's scary. So let's talk a little bit about the pros of digital, and then we'll talk about the scary.
Okay, well, one quick thing. Now, if Xbox and I know PlayStation 3, I believe they released digitally on the day. If Xbox did, would you buy them digitally or physical?
Good question. Probably would depend on the game.
Yeah.
If it's a game for my kids, digital. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Because
kids eat those things.
Yes, they do.
I don't know
Absolutely
why.
No. Yeah, they're going to be gone. But
have you ever noticed that children never scratch the side with the art? They instinctively know to ruin the data side.
It's true. I also think they think that side is the most edible. My daughter was actually licking the Lego Batman disc when I left the house this morning. And you think I have problems. She inherited them. But the pros are, yes, the kids, obviously. One of the pros is the kids aren't going to damage it. But my biggest problem with the new media is the download time. it's going to take hours for a Blu-ray sized game to download to your hard
Yeah,
drive.
that's true. Yeah.
So I'm a little nervous about the hard drive space and the size
Hard
of the
drive
game.
space, yeah.
The size of the
I think
game.
they said something about one of the newer games for next gen was like
20 to 50.
20 to 50.
That sounds right.
That's huge.
Crazy. So that's obviously one of the pros is I bet if it was, they're just too big. They're too big.
I remember when you could fit them on a CD, disc.
Yeah, well, they weren't as cool looking though.
No, but I mean, they were like, a game was like, what, 600 megabytes was huge.
Yes. Massive, even.
And now it's like 12 is small. 12 gigabytes is like.
That's a minimum requirement. 12.
Yeah.
So another pro is the availability for all your devices for this floating license.
Frequently sooner. Like with movies, they get released earlier.
iTunes, I got Iron Man 3 a month in advance.
Yep.
And I got the other one that just came out before that.
That happened. Star Trek.
I had actually seen it 4 times before it even hit DVD release.
I went to pick something up at Target, and you know how these places always try and sell you on things you weren't going in there for.
Mm-hmm.
And the lady's like, "Would you like to buy Star Trek? It just came out." And I'm like, "What did?" Star Trek Into Darkness. I'm like, "Lady, I saw it 5 times already."
That's exactly right. That's how
I bought it a month ago. That when she said that, I completely forgot that it was that early.
Yeah, we'd already. It's like been there, done that.
Huge.
Iron Man also, yeah. So that was a big.
Actually, it's pretty much just the standard.
It is.
I mean, it's on Xbox too, at least.
Is it?
Probably on PlayStation. Pretty much everybody.
It is nice.
Any digital format, it seems like, gets released at least.
The sweetest part is when you can pull that up on your phone.
Yeah.
And watch it too. That kind of stuff.
Or buy it there.
Yeah. So I mean, there's just that's availability.
I mean, like if your wife calls and goes, "Oh my God, they released whatever his wife watches," and he goes, "Oh, cool,
Twilight 7000."
There you go, Twilight 7000. And
she doesn't like Twilight anymore. I converted her.
Enjoy your vampire goodness, and you can buy it from your phone. She can watch it.
It is nice, especially TV shows. Breaking Bad.
Yeah.
I watched the entire new seasons of Breaking Bad either on my phone because my kids were using my TV, or on my TV, or on my iPad. It's awesome.
So option is good. Flexibility.
Flexibility. Damaged discs aren't a problem. That was part of the kids thing, and the convenience. So those are all pretty much packaged together. The scary. We got to wrap this up here.
Okay.
We're out of time. The scary part is internet required.
Yeah.
Your internet goes down. You got nothing to do. You're like it's like still being in the dark ages.
It is.
At your house.
You've ruined yourself.
You've got nothing.
Yeah.
And well, that's mostly for movies and streaming, but I guess you can't say nothing. So if you have your music, a lot of times you have it downloaded to your phone already.
Yeah.
And you can burn it. You can burn a copy.
Of
your music too. So it's not a complete dark ages with that.
You can download, a copy to your iPad or phone or things like that.
So I mean, but the scary thought is the idea that you can't do anything. Steam on PC, you actually can't play the game unless you have an internet connection.
Yeah, that is
true. I went on vacation with my wife, and we couldn't even play my library.
Yeah,
because our Wi-Fi sucked.
Yeah, you're kind of at the risk of.
Yes.
Like if you're in a hotel or something, you can't connect to the internet if you want to pay an extra fee or whatever.
Right.
All of a sudden, your convenient little library means nothing.
Exactly.
Now, I haven't had that problem. Like, I've been pretty lucky with hotels and things like that. So.
Well, and they're getting better. So
yeah.
Another scary part is not scary, but more of a con actually. Is that it tends to cost more on the digital side.
Yeah.
I mean, for the long run. Like, if I go back and buy a movie from the 90s, for some reason it still costs $20 on Apple TV.
That is true.
And if I go to the store, I can find a Blu-ray copy in the $5 bin.
$9 or $5.
The $5 bin at Walmart.
Like the Goonies or something.
Yeah.
It's like $14.
Yeah, it's like $15, $20. It's crazy. So,
which, if you haven't seen it, is worth. If you have seen it, is worth it. But still,
dude,
I know. I'm being extorted.
I watched the trailer for Heavyweights just yesterday, and I'm like, I must own this movie again.
What's he doing? He's Percocizing.
That's right. Lunch has been canceled this evening on a lack of hustle.
Watch it if you haven't.
You have to. Okay, so at the end of this, what do you guys think about digital media? Do you guys actually convert all your stuff to digital, or are you still scared? And actually, I can see why.
Yeah, so I wouldn't bash anyone. I just got sick of my stuff breaking.
Yes, and I fell in love with the convenience of it. So that's all for today's episode. So my name is Craig.
And I'm still Chris.
And this is the Craig and Chris Show. So thanks for coming. See you next time.
Have a good life.
A wonderful, spectacular life.
And we'll see you next time.
And we're very sorry if you didn't like it.
At some point, we're going to have to find a better way to exit out of
But
this
not
show.
really.